The ball's up in the air, beautifully controlled by David McCune. He drives forward. Oh no, what's he done? I think he's hurt his back. Oh, he's gonna be out for a while with this. Oh wait, what's he doing? Oh, what commitment. What stupidity, but what commitment. This video is sponsored by Rocket Sports, where you can get 15% off of their line of soccer products by clicking on the link down below. Rocket Sports sells a variety of soccer goals of all sizes and for all ages, along with other training equipment like rebounders to help you improve your game. They are not only great for team training, but for your own individual training as well. I personally use their products during my own training sessions, and I love them. Click on the link down below to check them out for yourself. Let's get into the video. What's up guys, it's Dave here from Simply Soccer. On this channel we release weekly soccer tip, technique, and training videos, as you know, so if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any of the new videos that we release. Now in this video I want to go over what to do after you suffer an injury, what things you should be avoiding, and how to make sure you come back as fast as possible. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do after you know for sure that you've sustained some sort of injury is to get as much clarity on the injury as possible, because the last thing you want to do is start treating for something you don't have, which may lead to, injuring yourself even more, or will lead to a longer recovery time. All right, WebMD, let's see what I have. Back pain, tightness in hamstring, sharp stabbing pain in knee, and we have lupus?
It's never lupus.
So the best way to do this is definitely to get some advice and a consult from a medical professional, whether this is a doctor, a specialist, a physical therapist, whatever it is. Don't try and self-diagnose yourself. And if you do self-diagnose yourself, make sure you're also going in and getting professional advice on what it is you actually have, because they've seen many different things before and they'll know even the subtle differences between one injury and another. And when you create a treatment plan and a recovery plan, the last thing you want to have happen is you're trying to recover or treat something that you don't even have. So the first step is very simple. Gain as much clarity as you possibly can. Don't be asking in the YouTube comments if I know what it is, because I'm not a medical professional. My advice to you would always be seek out someone who is a professional at this kind of thing and will recognize what kind of injury you have. And once you have that clarification on what you actually have, then you can move on to the next step, which is to follow a recovery plan. So like I just mentioned, next step after the awareness, after you have clarity on what it is the actual injury is, then you want to have a recovery plan or have one set in place. Now the best thing is, again, to have a professional give you this plan. They will assess your injury, see what the problem is, and then give you the best course of action. Now once you have that recovery plan put in place, it comes down to you and how consistent you are with that plan. Told you should have followed the PT's recovery plan, man. Shut up. Oh. So just like you're not going to become a better footballer unless you're consistent with your training, you're not going to recover as quickly as you want unless you're consistent with your recovery plan. So if a physical therapist, for example, gives you stretches you need to do every day or multiple times a day, make sure you're doing that. If the medical professional tells you, I don't want you kicking a ball around at all during this period, make sure you're not doing that. Follow the plan to a T and be as disciplined as you possibly can, and that will allow you to recover much more faster. Also, make sure you do everything in your power to recover faster. Sometimes a medical professional may say things like, I want you at least doing this, but feel free to also do this to help the recovery process along. If they say that to you, make sure you do those extra things. So maybe they say, I want you doing these stretches, but you can also ice it if you want. Make sure you're icing it. They may say, do these stretches and ice it, and also make sure you put this heat pad on it when you feel like doing it. Make sure you're doing that as well. Leave no stone unturned, and the more consistent you are with your recovery plan and the more you actually follow it, the quicker you will recover. This next one is so important because this is the thing that really trips players up, and it's do not rush back. The last thing you want to do is rush back to playing or doing something that you should not be doing before you're able to do it. And this will happen a lot, and this has happened to me as well, where I would play even when my injury was acting up a little bit, but I thought I'd be okay, only to worsen the injury. The doc said that I only have to wait another week until I can kick a ball around. You know what though? I'm sure I'm fine right now. Let's go kick a ball. This is not the time to take risks with your body. Make sure you listen to your body and the medical professional who is consulting you and giving you the stretches and everything else you need to recover. If they tell you do not play or be careful, listen to that advice. If your body is telling you, look, I'm not ready yet to go out and play, there's pain in this part, there's pain in this part, this doesn't quite feel right, follow the feeling of your body and make sure you're not pushing yourself, because the last thing you want to do is go out there for a game or a practice only to worsen the injury or have a reoccurrence of it and then back yourself up in your recovery time for months, weeks, or however long it's going to be. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is to remain positive. And I know when injured, this can be very difficult, especially if you sustained a more long-term injury. But there's, two ways to look at it. You can either feel sorry for yourself and victimize yourself and do that, or you can think of ways, how can I recover faster? What can I do in the meantime to improve my game or improve myself while I'm not able to practice? Think of the positives and things you can do in order to grow and improve while you are injured. For example, this is a great time to work on mentality, your confidence maybe, the mental side of the game. This is a great time to work on other things perhaps. This is a great time to work on skills that you are able to do while you have this injury that you normally wouldn't have time for otherwise. So find the positives in this situation and still try and improve while you are injured, because the fact of the matter is you can't resist the fact that you are injured. That is what is happening. But you can decide how you react to it, and you can decide what you do moving forward. So decide to look more for what you can do instead of thinking about all the things you can't do. I also find injury a great time to start developing even more discipline and also showing yourself that you can overcome adversity. Because if you can overcome a long-term injury, then you can overcome those shorter-term ones you may get later. You can overcome a bad performance. You can overcome so much more because you've already had this horrible injury or this thing that's kept you out for a long time, and you pulled through that and you showed that you could come out on the other side stronger, and you can take that moving forward in other areas of your life or in other areas of your game. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know injuries suck. I've gone through my fair share of them, long-term and short-term, but I really encourage you to follow these tips and do everything that you can in order to recover properly instead of rushing back or doing anything silly, which is just going to keep you out of the game longer, and I don't want to see that happen to you. So once again, thank you for watching this video. I hope it has helped you in some way. Let me know any questions you have down in the comments below. Also, make sure you like and share this video if you enjoyed it. I will put 2 other videos up on the screen so you can continue to learn and improve as a player, and I will see you in the next video.